early with more on our early morning rain. Wonderful.
Spotty seems to be the key once again. The rainfall at the airport, 6/100ths of an inch. Now, Bloomington fared a little bit better. We've had a report of 81/100ths. Tremont, 3.5 inches. Fairmont, 2 inches of rainfall. Let's take a look now with live National Weather Service radar, and we can see another line of showers and thunderstorms setting up from the north. You can see that just south of Alexandria. Also some more showers to the west of Rochester. They continue to head to the northeast. Well, the line of showers and thunderstorms continue to head our way, so we could see some more activity tonight. We'll let you know the full details coming up here in just a few minutes.
Good. We'll look forward to it. Thank you, Mark.
Certainly.
For many Minnesota farmers, the recent rains have been more of a morale boost than anything else. 10 days ago, we brought you an added dimension report on the drought of '88, and as part of that broadcast, we profiled a Chippewa County farm couple that was in the depths of despair because of the drought. Reporter Tom Stewart went back to the Jim and Leanne Vanderpool farm today to get a feel for their mood after just about 1 inch of rain.
The rain came later than ever before to Jim and Leanne Vanderpool's farm, but it finally got there. An inch or so during the past couple of days. Not enough to turn around the potential crop failure facing them overnight, but more than enough to lift their spirits and give them hope.
Oh, it was great. Everybody was outside walking in the rain.
Almost unbelievable after you've been through that kind of a June. I've never seen anything like that kind of weather. Really scary is what it is.
The rain was the first significant precipitation here since May. The Vanderpools' 160 acres of soybeans perked up immediately. The soil soaked up the moisture better than expected, which gives this crop a better chance of making a recovery.
This rain, and even if we can get another good inch or 2 inches in the next couple of weeks, we're going to have some beans. What we'll have on the corn, I don't know. It's also critical right now.
One thing that could help make up for the lower yields, at least when it comes to soybeans, is higher prices being paid because of the effects of this drought.
It all helps, but this area of west central Minnesota still remains unusually dry. No matter what happens, half of the Vanderpools' corn crop is gone. But thanks to the rain, their optimism is back.
I woke up the next morning and felt like going to work again. So, it really makes a difference.
With photographer Brad Early, Tom Stewart, WCCO Television News, near Clara City.
The rains have also been falling in drought-stricken Iowa, where last night a group of Hopi Indians performed a rain dance.
The impact of the drought is also evident at the farmers market in Minneapolis. The market traditionally provides fresh fruit and vegetables to consumers, but because of the lack of water, farmers are being forced to raise their prices to cover their losses.
We've lost 75% of it already, our produce, and we're just trying to hold on. My husband is working, like, I tell you, 15, 16 hours a day, and all my kids, we're all working just to keep the stuff coming in for the customers.
Not only have the prices been affected, the quality of much of the produce has also changed.
They're quite a bit smaller from last year, I think. The corn isn't quite as big, not quite as much. Prices are a little bit higher. Really not too bad.
The farmers here say that while recent rains have helped, it may not be enough, and the true impact of the drought will be clear with higher food prices this fall. Some residents at St. Anthony Village had no water at all for a time this afternoon. Nearly 40 homes were without water for nearly 5 hours because of a water main break at the corner of Silver Lake Road and 32nd Avenue Northeast.
It looked stream. I thought somebody was watering, and they're not supposed to. So then I went out here and I said, oh, it's coming right up the street. So then I called on it. When there's something like that, you know it's not supposed to be there.
Public Works crews spent most of the afternoon repairing the broken main. They say it broke because the water line was very old.
Claremont, Minnesota Police Chief Gregory Lang was buried today in Sutherland, Iowa. Lang was shot to death Tuesday while breaking up a domestic dispute. 2 suspects stole Lang's squad car, then stole another car in Blooming Prairie. The suspects were then arrested in Missouri. 2 brothers, Roberto and Andrew Salinas, are expected to face murder charges. A 24-year-old Minneapolis man was stabbed to death last night during an argument over a parking space. It happened in the parking lot of an apartment building at 3608 Minnehaha Avenue South. The Hennepin County Medical Examiner identifies the victim as Michael S. O'Brien. Police say the suspect is a resident of that apartment building who arrived home to find his parking spot blocked by a group of men that included O'Brien. Police say the suspect began arguing with the men, then pulled out a knife, apparently trying to defend himself against the crowd.
Mounted police spent their first day on the job in Duluth today. For the first time in 63 years, 2 police officers mounted up to patrol the Bayfront Park area. Duluth police say they reinstituted the mounted patrol for 2 reasons. The first is public relations. Police seem to be less intimidating on horseback. And secondly, Duluth will open a new park shortly that will not be accessible by cars, so the horses are needed to patrol it. And one other item, the officers assigned to the horse patrol are totally responsible for their mounts. And by the way, that includes the stable.
Drought was my death sergeant.
Nobody's better in cold than all-temperature cheer.
Listen to this. It's the sound of no grease on plastic. You want it? Use Dawn. Dawn is so tough it pulls grease even off plastic. Sounds great, right?
Dawn takes grease out of your way, even on plastic.
There must be over 100 car dealers in the Twin City area. You have to wonder, why do people choose one over another? People are buying new cars at Midway Chev because of our huge selection and low prices. We have Novas, Celebrities, Camaros, Cavaliers, even air-conditioned Spectrums for only $79.95. And factory cash back on most models up to $1,000. I'll see to it that you're satisfied with your new purchase at Midway Chevrolet. You have my word on that.
Midway Chev, University Avenue, St. Paul.
Catch the search this week and catch the great wave of great entertainment. This week, the round 2 competition is hot, so watch it.
A shortage of the chemical used to make engine antifreeze could jack the price of the fluid up to $15 a gallon by the winter. Industry officials say the chemical ethylene glycol is in short supply because explosions at 3 manufacturing plants around the world has pinched the supply. And what could make the shortage worse in Minnesota is the slowdown of barge traffic on the Mississippi, which is the main delivery route for antifreeze.
The Minnesota Health Department says a large percentage of homes in the state have high levels of radon. Nearly 44% of the homes showed excessive levels of radon in tests taken last winter. Radon is a radioactive gas that has been linked to lung cancer. A random survey showed 438 of 1,001 homes tested had excessive amounts of the colorless and odorless gas. Health officials say the findings don't necessarily mean the occupants of those 438 homes are in imminent danger of developing lung cancer. Officials do point out that radon levels are higher in basements, and they're especially bad in the winter when homes are closed up tightly.
There's a new cable television show in town. What makes the program special are the people who put it together. The talk show, which is taped in Wayzata, is produced primarily by mentally handicapped people. Daryl Savage has the story.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're on.
Hi. It looks and sounds like any other small television studio. The difference being the camera operators, the technical director, and the guests are all mentally retarded.
People go, oh my God, if they can do that, imagine what else they can do. So it breaks down stereotypes.
This program is geared to help participants with their coordination and teach them technical skills. The nationally renowned show is called Wishes and Ideas. Engineers and television experts have been overseeing the project in Wayzata since it started in May. It's the first time most of these students have been given a chance like this.
It's great. It's just great.
Like Heidi, all of the developmentally disabled people in the program come from a housing facility in Wayzata called Hammer Residence. That's where some of the members recently performed an original and creative version of The Wizard of Oz.
Uncle Henry! He has to be quiet. He's watching the game. The game? Kansas' game blown away.
But in this studio, it's more work than play, and the dedication is rewarded.
Talk about professional attitudes. You people worked as good as any crew I have ever seen work.
For the retarded people learning the skill, wishes and ideas may be just the beginning of a successful future.
The wishes and ideas will come true. I hope they will come true.
Daryl Savage, WCCO Television News, Wayzata.
The program is sponsored by an organization called Video-Induced Training and Learning, Project Vital for short. Right now, the program is produced only in Wayzata and 2 other cities across the country. Organizers plan on developing it in other cities in the next few years.
Well, some people around the Twin Cities woke up to find a bit of water in the streets. Could we get some more? Mark Strell will have the forecast in a moment and a break from the heat.
Wanna go for a spin? I'm a wheel watcher. I'm a wheel watcher. Every day. I love to play. I'm a wheel watcher. I'm a wheel watcher. Become one now. I'm a wheel watcher. Want to win.
If you think it takes just floats and bands to make a parade grand,
You're wrong.
it takes more.
More for kids,
And something to celebrate.
like special music
Street dancers.
and some very special Minnesota twins.
Watch C-3PO and Mickey Mouse from Disneyland.
Join Pat Miles,
Mark Rosen, Don Shelby, and Bill Carlson for a Grand Day Parade.
the Aquatennial Grand Day Parade, July 16th on Channel 4.
The 5th annual Minor Days celebration is underway this weekend in East St. Paul's Conway Park. Today's activities included fire truck and pony rides, a craft fair, as well as plenty of good food. Festivities continue tonight with a picnic in the park and music provided by the Minnesota Orchestra. Their performance begins at 7:30 and the public is invited. A sticky day out there, wasn't it? Isn't it?
It has been, yes. It continues to be rather sticky. The dew points are back in the 60s. In spite of the fact we haven't hit, the upper 80s or 90s today. Still, a little bit of the moisture that came through from the showers last night. These ladies here have found a way to beat the stickiness out at Lake of the Isles. Right now, cloudy skies and 84 degrees at Twin Cities International. Our relative humidity at 53%. Our dew point at 65 degrees right now. Winds out of the west at 6 miles per hour. And a barometric pressure steady, 29.91 inches of mercury. 84 was the high today, and that's not so bad when you consider the average. Morning low, kind of sticky though, 70 degrees. 6/100ths of an inch of rainfall at the airport. Sunrise is tomorrow at 5:36 and sets at 9 o'clock. Let's look at live National Weather Service radar, and we can see that there are some showers down to the south, down to the west of Rochester. These seem to be pushing to the north and northeast very slowly. But this is the thing that we're not concerned about, but quite happy about. The showers and thunderstorms moving to the southeast at about 35 miles per hour. And as you can see, this line continues all the way back up to Brainerd and continues back up into the Iron Range, where they're getting a pretty good soaking tonight. There is a severe thunderstorm watch that is in effect well to the north of our viewing area until 8 o'clock tonight. This is our latest satellite picture, and you can see this band of clouds, in fact, a very pronounced band. In fact, a second band of showers and thunderstorms are developing, and that's the area of the showers and thunderstorms we just saw on radar. They continue to be pushing down to the south-southeast. And this is that same frontal system, which is just stalled out over the Twin Cities. That's exactly what we needed. That's exactly the ingredients for some showers and thunderstorms and for the added rainfall that we have been picking up over the last couple of days. 82 degrees at International Falls, 73 at Rochester, and 93 degrees down in Burlington, Iowa, ahead of the frontal system. Milwaukee checks in at 94 degrees. Overnight rainfall, about 0.8 of an inch at Bloomington, 3.5 at Trimont, 2 inches at Fairmont. Those are the heavier amounts that we could find. Rainfall this week, the last 5 to 7 days, we've had up to 4.3 inches at Roseau, 1.17 at Rutledge, and Prior Lake just picked up about 1 1/3 inches of rainfall. And in June, about 1.5 to 3 inches of rainfall up in the northern part of the state. The driest part seemed to be right here in the central portion of the state, from about 1/2 inch to 1 inch, and we picked up a little bit more rainfall down here in the south, from about 1 to 1.5 inches of rainfall. Here's our forecast map for tomorrow. It shows that frontal system really not going anywhere. Looks like the showers and thunderstorms will continue to push down further to the south. That's about the only rainfall that we can find in tomorrow's map, with on the side of an isolated shower or two down in the Galveston area of Texas, but we'll be cooling off and drying down a little bit. Temperatures will be in the upper 70s to low 80s here and warmer down to the south. Here is our forecast for tonight. Partly cloudy skies, a chance of thunderstorms. Low of 66, winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. For Sunday, partly cloudy, cooler, less humid, and more comfortable. High of only 82 degrees. Winds will be out of the northwest from 5 to 15. And Sunday night, clear skies, cooler temperatures, and low of 61. And on to Monday, partly cloudy skies, a pretty great day in store. High temperature of 75. Our extended forecast goes like this. Well, for basically fair skies on Tuesday and Wednesday, highs will be in the 80s, lows will be in the 60s. Chance of thunderstorms does creep into the forecast on Wednesday and Thursday, and I don't hear anyone complaining.
Nope.
Still sticky, though?
Fairly so. We won't be drenched
like today?
by midday, but still, I think, when it rains, who cares? Huh?
Right. Okay, very good. Border war continues at the Dome tonight. Milwaukee won last night's battle, but the Twins are not retreating. R.J. Fritz joins us from the Dome in just a moment.
Look in Sunday's newspaper for hot coupon deals, plus a free soda pop offer from Tony's Microwave Pizza and Cafe Mexico. Try Tony's Original Microwave Pizza, Tony's Microwave French Bread Pizza, and Tony's Micro Light Pizza. Cafe Mexico Sancho's, mild or hot for restaurant-quality taste right at home. So look for coupons plus a free soda pop offer in Sunday's newspaper. You'll find extra savings on one or more of these products at the following stores: Rainbow, Cub Foods, County Market.
WCCO Travel does it again. A complete Washington, D.C. vacation for only $299. Children 17 and under, only $189. This WCCO Travel ITA exclusive includes non-stop round-trip airfare, 3 nights at the world-famous Mayflower Hotel, and a tour-mobile pass for sightseeing in our nation's capital. Longer stays available. Departures begin June 6th through September 9th, Mondays and Fridays. Call WCCO Travel at 921-3559.
RJ's at the Dome, where 51,000 plus are expected this evening. Right, Ralph John?
That's right, Mike. We said that last night. Sellout crowd. We can say it again tonight. Don't bother coming down unless you have tickets for the game. It is a sellout. They have some 7,000 left for tomorrow afternoon's wrap-up with this Milwaukee series. The Brewers and the Twins at the Dome. And, of course, the Twins received a double whammy last night. Really more ways than one. For starters, Oakland beat Detroit last night. Milwaukee, a 5-3 winner over the Twins. As you said, Mike, a sellout crowd on hand. Here's part 2 of the double whammy. A double by Robin Yount. Knocked in the game winner in the 6th inning. Paul Molitor there scoring. Molitor had doubled to lead off the inning. One thing about this Twins team, even in losing, they provide plenty of entertainment. Steve Lombardozzi, a liner off the wall in left center. The ball ricochets away from the left fielder. And the question is now, can Lombo's legs hold up? Well, they do. It's an easy inside the park home run, but the Twins fall short 5-3. Tonight, the Twins try to get back on the right track and win their first game since I returned from vacation. Alan Anderson with a 3.03 ERA, 1.29 in his last 3 starts, will take on the Brewers ace Teddy Higuera, who has been bothered by a bad back recently. Paul Molitor, who scored the winning run last night, will start at second base tonight for the Milwaukee Brewers. He hasn't played there all year. Tom Trebelhorn told me earlier that he's starting at second because, well, that's where he's starting as an all-star, so they got to play them there at least one time. Twins did get some good news today before they arrived at the Metrodome because Oakland lost this afternoon. Twins now only 4 games back. 4-3 was the final there. The Tigers took a 4-0 lead in the 3rd, then held on for the win. Frank Tanana gets the win. Bob Welch the loss. The Twins get a chance to pull within 3.5 of first place. By the way, special thanks should go to Detroit second baseman Lou Whitaker, a 3-run home run, the big blow in that one. Forget about the standings. The Seattle Mariners lead the American League in nicknames. This is Greg Pee-wee Briley's first Major League home run, a solo shot off Todd Stottlemyre of Toronto. And this is Steve Bye-Bye Balboni, whose average is less than his weight, but whose home run total is up to 7 after this 3-run blast. Mariners beat the Blue Jays. Final score there was 9-3. There you see the final score. One other game there. California upends Cleveland 8-5. Angels 4 straight. 8-7 Chicago over Boston. That's in the 8th inning. First game of a doubleheader. Houston's Nolan Ryan made history today, beating the Mets for his 100th win as an Astro. He's now won 100 games for 2 teams, Houston and California. Now watch Buddy Bell's back. saw it in half. He still gets a single, an RBI. Everything went right for the Astros today. They beat the Mets 6-3. Former Twin Juan Agasto gets the save. In the National League, one other game. That is in the 7th inning, but it's already decided. San Francisco 14-2 over St. Louis. 5,000 players making up 252 teams have played 600 games of soccer this week. That's at the Blaine complex. The USA Cup is being held out there, and it came to an end this afternoon. The tournament, of course, featured teams from all around the globe. And in the final of the 19 and under boys, Norway met up with Northern Lights. Northern Lights is an area team made of players from the Arden Hills and Shoreview suburbs. Most of the games this week have been defensive struggles. Today, no exception. Norway's Conrad Aslan finally broke a scoreless tie there. Northern Lights came back to send it into overtime, but the final was Norway 4, Northern Lights 2. Like Michael Pernfors and Andre Agassi, Richie Renneberg in the near court is looking to use the Minnesota tournament as a springboard in tennis to bigger and better things in the pro circuit. Renneberg beat Andy Burrow today in the semis, advances to tomorrow's finals against Jay Berger, ranked 38th in the world. 1 o'clock tomorrow at Minnesota. Nobody named William Tell or Robin Hood at St. Louis Park High School this weekend, but plenty of talented archers there for the state archery tournament. Mike Stauner here is using the state meet as a tune-up for the Paralympic Games in Seoul, Korea, the disabled version of the Olympics. Competition continues there tomorrow. A nice crowd at Canterbury Downs today, bolstered by an $84,000 carryover in the Pick Six, and you can tell the winner of the first of that Pick Six right now coming up. Better yet, let's show you as Tony Bentley calls the stretch run.
Leading Angel is next. Sugar's best. At the rail, then Gem of Ireland. By the 16th pole, it's Press the Light. Gem of Ireland gains.
And the winner is Press the Lights, paying $840 to win. That was the fourth race, the first of the Pick Six. Mike, back to you. It's Higuera against Anderson. Game 2, the Twins and the Brewers. Twins trying to get within 4.
Very good. Thank you, Ralph John, and I think they're going to have a grand time out at the Dome this evening.
Well, stay with us on the 6 p.m. report. We'll have the story of some of the new ice cream flavors that companies are thinking up to help us all beat the heat.
I have to plan my strategy around the weather when I'm fishing.
For fishing guide Peter Jacobson, his client's success depends on an accurate weather forecast.
You want to put all the odds in your favor. You want to be in the right location under the right weather conditions. You want to know where the fish will be at that time.
So he chooses Weather Center 4's Mike Fairborn.
Our experience gives us the edge on the other fishermen, just like Mike's experience gives him the edge on other weathermen.
Mike Fairborn and Weather Center 4, keeping you ahead of the storm.
There'll be music and dance worth celebrating. Hello, I'm Bill Carlson, along with Cindy Hilger and Tony Sappho.
You're invited to celebrate summer with Leonard Slatkin and the Minnesota Orchestra.
As the 9th Viennese Summerfest begins, we'll be there for all of the music inside and all of the fun outside.
Summerfest 88 is summer music worth celebrating. So join us live and in stereo Wednesday night at 10:35 on WCCO Television, Channel 4.
It is a Summer 4 celebration.
On a muggy summer's day like this one or any of the recent ones, an ice cream cone sounds pretty good.
This time of year, ice cream companies are going crazy trying to find new flavors that they hope will catch on across the country. Melinda Smith has this story on what's hot and what's not in the creamy world of cool calories.
Whether it's plain vanilla, chocolate, or some new combination of the two, Americans eat about 15 quarts of ice cream per person every year. June and July are the 2 months when Americans splurge the most on ice cream. That's when production is up, so are sales.
Experts who track such things say ice cream lovers in New England eat more ice cream than in any other section of the country. For some reason, they consume the least in the Northwest. But if a manufacturer really wants to try out a new flavor, he heads for New York or California.
John Harrison develops new flavors for a premium ice cream brand based in California. He tries out 75 to 100 new concoctions every year.
That's marvelous.
Some combinations, like cookies and cream, have been bestsellers. Others have not.
I remember developing a jalapeno pepper ice cream, something that really played havoc with the mind because it sent a message to the brain that this product's cold, and then immediately following another message that it's hot.
The hot ice cream this year is what retailers call light ice cream.
And what you're finding in that product is less butterfat.
But the Food and Drug Administration says light ice cream can't be called ice cream if it has a minimum of 10% butterfat. Less than that, and it's ice milk. There has also been talk among manufacturers of replacing sugar in ice cream with a sugar substitute, like NutraSweet. But some say that would take all the fun out of eating ice cream, as well as the guilt. I'm Melinda Smith, reporting.
All right, let's all head for an ice cream cone. We'll see you at 10.
Lunch?
I grabbed a pizza.
Lunch?
I grabbed a burger.
The American Dietetic Association says vegetables are an important part of a balanced diet.
Lunch?
I grabbed a hot dog.
No vegetables? Have a V8.
When you can't get to eat vegetables, you can drink them. One delicious glass of V8 juice provides a serving of vegetables.
Thanks for putting me straight, Laura.
Drink V8. Keep your diet straight.
51, 62, 63.
Independent laboratory testing proves that Sargent's new fast-acting flea and tick collars kill 3.5 times more fleas in the first 6 hours than the other leading collar.
I can't keep up.
And Sargent's new fast-acting collar keeps on killing fleas faster for a full 5 months.
Enough already.
So counters who count Sargent's fleas must work 3.5 times faster than counters for the competition.
4.
Sargent's new fast-acting collar.
I hope you're happy. I'm exhausted.
Tailgating, it's a great tradition before every big Vikings game. Now here's your chance to get fired up at the ultimate tailgate party. It's the Vikings versus the Bears in Sweden. To enter, look for this display at participating Rainbow Foods. Then beginning July 18th, watch Wheel of Fortune weeknights at 6:30 on Channel 4. If we announce your name, you'll have 44 seconds to call in and win a tailgate kit or one of 2 trips to Sweden. It's the ultimate tailgate party from Coca-Cola and Channel 4.
Celebrate summer with Channel 4 at this next Aqua Tennial event.
Look at this studio filled with glamour.